All right, here we go. I'll give that brief introduction. Everybody buckle up. Brief introduction before we get into our prayers. Do I even have that pulled up? Let me see here. We'll leave it for another day. We'll leave it for another day. When we do Daniel. Because it's relevant. And there's Rosalie. Well, hello, Rosalie. She posted still. She lives in Michigan. And there's a thing called Upper Michigan, which is like Canada, really. And there's a place up there called Paradise. And then there's a place right outside of Detroit called Hell. And so she
She's between hell and paradise.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. Tonight is the class you invite all your Messianic friends to, and your Christian friends and everything. They wanted to find Jesus in Torah. Well, I'm going to show it to them. This is just one class of, I think we'll probably do several. So I also have on the website, I put up Getting 57, but I'm going to read it. That's the one that before it has been translated down, watered down because of anti-Semitism. They had to take Yeshua HaNotzri out of there. And I will go through why and how they did it. But today we get to study Torah for the sake of Israel and all Jerusalem. We'd like to use the merit of Ari Fuld. We'd like to give our Torah and the merit of our Torah and study to Stephen King, Abraham ben Moshe Gilla, Jason Shelton, Linda Fora, Hannah and Samantha Hong, Sean Maitland, Raymond Rosentrader, David Fay, Paul Navarez, Garrett Matledge, Jordan Matledge, Patience of Texas Oncology, Betty McCuskey, Lola, daughter of Justin Lakeisha Neal, Berea Wanstaff, Sylvia Arvizu, Nadine Freeman, Albert Bear, Billy Holt, Luke Sutherland, Noel Cardoza, David Douglas, Leanne Plemons and family, Tom and Karen Maitland, Carol Tickle, Larry Langberg, Juliet Navarez, Blake Highland, Leela Briscoe, Sam Peak, Yehuda Ben Matai David Jenkins, Jake Suarez, Jimmy and Joyce Rogers, Sally Talamontez, the Rogers family, Holly Ward, Damian Washington, Carol Scott and family, Rabbi Richmond, Maurice Greenwood, Gracie Bell Linder, Brett Richardson, Brandy Boots, Amanda Elliott, Carol's family, Baby Denard, Michelle Magnuson, Jim Marie, Kimberly Brown, Debbie January, Sandra Hirth, Jerry Matlet, Dylan Tickle, Amber Merchant, Terry Thomas, Celinda Sheffield, Louis Gutierrez and family, Aaron Price, Jathry Carroll, Sonia Kinsler, Dakota Miller, Lindsay Welch, and Brandon's family. Benson Ewan, Casey Grubb, Darlene Youts, Debbie Henson, Anita Jones, Jessica Ross, Rachel James, Terry Knight, Salvador Gutierrez and family, Phoebe Bridges, Jacob Ben Simca, Max Wagner, son of Marcy Wagner, Elliot Matledge, Mark Matledge, Emily Botova, John Scott, Jerry Gregory, Carla Manzanares, Jackie Cup, Nadine Freeman, Nadine Bot Miriam, Chad Jefferson, Alton Tillman, Beth Carmen, Elvia Rosas, Sarah Botsera, Brian McComas, Sherry Mayer, Dakota Miller, Shelby Williams. And that rounds out. If you have a prayer request, please print them on the screen there, and we'll get them on the list. Ruler, universe, and master of all masters, Father of mercy and forgiveness, we thank you, our God and the God of our fathers, by bowing down and kneeling, that you brought us closer to your Torah and your holy word, and that you enable us to take part in the secrets of your holy Torah. How worthy are we that you grant us with such a big favor? That is the reason we plead before you, that you will forgive and acquit all of our sins, and they should not bring separation between you and us. May it be your will before you, our God and the God of our fathers, that you'll awake and prepare our hearts to love and revere you. May you listen to our utterances and open our closed heart to the hidden studies of your Torah. And may our study be pleasant before your place of honor as aroma of sweet incense. And may you emanate to us light from the source of our soul to all of our being. And may the sparks of your holy servants, through which you revealed your wisdom to the world, shine. And may their merit and the merit of their fathers and the merit of their Torah and holiness support us, so we shall not stumble through our study, and by their merit enlighten our eyes in our learning, as stated by King David, the sweet singer of Israel. Open my eyes so that I will see wonders from your Torah, because from God's mouth he gives wisdom and understanding. May the utterance of my mouth and the thoughts of my heart find favor before you, my God, my strength, and my Redeemer. Amen. Okay, we're doing Jesus today. Now, Jesus is known in Talmudic and sage literature as either that man, the sinner, the wicked one, Hanotri, Yeshu Hanotri. He's got that, depending on they don't like to call him by name most of the time. Okay? Now, just like everything in Torah, Notri is not his last name, and it's not where he's from. Right? As the story goes, where was he born? In Bethlehem. Right? Isn't that correct? Is that how the story goes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wouldn't he be Jesus from Bethlehem?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Notri has the same root as the word Yetzirah, from formation. Now, we do know that Torah is an iteration upon itself, right? Psalms 139 says, "You created me back in front." So we read the story of Cain and Abel before we read about Noah and all his generation. Everything is like that. So the first time we encounter the exposition of Yud Hey Vav Hey, when we're digging down into the nth degree of it, is in Egypt. And there is a story in Torah about the Israelite woman who had union with an Egyptian. All right? And this son is known as the Mamzer. And Moses kills the Egyptian and is banished in exile. Right? And we know through Torah that everything there are things called Gilgal. Gilgal is not reincarnation. It is soul transmigration, fractal pieces of the soul. So Cain, his soul fractaled into the Egyptian that the Egyptian that Moses killed. He was his nephesh. Okay, Korach, which Cain's ruach, and Jethro was Cain's neshama. That's why Jethro was able to be redeemed. And so we know that Moses is the Gilgal of Abel. So now, back in the desert, we have the story of Cain and Abel again. The two brothers, the twin messiahs, rectified. All right? Now, the son of the Israelite woman is all they ever call this kid throughout that parsha. It's called the son of the Israelite woman. And all he ever did was mock Moses. And the Kabbalah of it is that he made a hole in the hay. All right? What do you mean made a hole in the hay? Well, we have the word Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. The final hay, the first hay is the first temple, Leah. The second hay is the second temple, Rachel. Both of them were destroyed, but there was Shekhinah only in the first temple, because there's a hole in the second temple. What did this child know? Mamzers are brilliant. They're the smartest of all. Okay? So what did this child know? He knew that in order to help to try to destroy Torah and the Torah of Moses, he had to put a hole in the hay in the world of formation. All right? Mm-hmm. So we have creation, we have emanation, Atzilut. Creation is Beriah. Formation is Yetzirah, where the word Hanotzri comes from. And Asiya is is where we live. Okay? So he literally put a hole by using a name into the hay and caused the hole. What are we saying? He was the backside coordinate. All right? There's a hole in the front, there's a hole in the back. So he is that backside coordinate. All right? So he is the Gilgal of Yeshua HaNotri. Yeshua HaNotri is his Gilgal. There's another part of the soul of Yeshua HaNotri, it's well known in the sages, is Gehazi. Gehazi was Elijah's right-hand man. And then to Elisha, but he also did some very bad things, and it cost him. And so you take these soul fragments and put them together, all right? Back in front you made me. All right? So we have a tree of life, we have to have a tree of death. Right? We have Adam, we have to have Sam. We have Hava, we have to have Lilith. All right? Those front and back, you made me. So if we have Zeron Pim and the Nukva on the front side, then we have to have Zeron Pim and the Nukva on the back side. If we have the seven midot, we have the seven partsufim on the front side, we have to have the seven partsufim on the back side. If we have Keter Hokmah Bina on the front side, the three top ones, and a Rikon Pim, what do we have to have on the back side? The same thing, right? So God, front and back you made me, all right? One surface, two sides. So in the Bible, you will see the Torah in the front part of the book, and you will see the New Testament in the back part of the book. I set before you today life and death. Choose life. Literally. All right? God allowed it to be there on purpose. Because you have to be able to have a choice. You have free choice, not free will. All right? So the hay is called the nukva. All right? So if we look it up here, we have Yud, Hay, Vav, Hay. The final Malchut the Malchut is a hay, is the hay of Yud, Hay, Vav, Hay. This is known as the vessel, the thing that receives Zeron Pim, the Tzaddik, the Yesod. We know this as Noah and the ark. Okay? All right? Then we know this as Abraham and Sarah, etc., etc. Okay? We call the final hay the Shekhinah. It is known as the house. It is known as a bed. It is known as a cup. It is known by all these different things. It's known as mond, stimulation from below. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lay out the map so that when we get into what Rav Vali is saying to the Agadata, you're going to understand what's going on. So here we go. Not everything you want to know about Jesus.
No, that's the plan anyway.
But this is the plan. So Rav Vali, and here's why Rav Vali is so important. Rav Vali was a physician. He was a doctor. Almost 400 years ago. He was the head sage of Rome. So the Catholic Church was right across the street. All right? So he knew everything there was to know about the religion of Christianity. He was the Ramchal's top student and colleague. The Gaon of Vilna said he would have crawled all the way across the desert to study at the Ramchal's feet. The Ramchal wrote most of his dissertation by the time he was 17, and Court of Heaven stopped him. All right? He died at 40, I believe, and he was not able to write anymore. So who wrote all of his stuff? Ramdu, the Rav Vali. He was the first 40 years of Rabbi Akiva. All right? Who is one of the greatest of all time. So it's all about souls, where that soul is at. So here we go. Buckle up.
Holding on.
This is out of Sefer Halukutim. It's a book of collections that Ravali wrote more than 350 years ago. He says, the matter is this. The matter is about Israel and the nations and their religions. The matter is with Esau and with Ishmael. Esau and Ishmael are the back sides of the twin messiahs. The front sides is David and Joseph. Regarding the matter of Esau and the Notzri, Yeshu, the matter of Esau and Jesus, they were both circumcised on the 8th day. Esau was circumcised on the 8th day. How do we know? Anybody know that answer? Because he was Jacob's twin brother.
Yeah. Yeah, who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Yeah, who's buried in Grant's tomb? How do we know? Because he was Jacob's twin brother. And Isaac had the tradition handed down from Abraham. So too, the man from Yetzirah. Because that's where the coordinates going. Because because the man from Yetzirah is the Gilgal of Esau himself.
The man from Yetzirah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Because the man from Yetzirah is Esau himself, the Gilgal of Esau. Thus we see this by the letters of his name. Shin Vav Ayin. And if you add a Yud, Yud Shin Vav Ayin, they share the same letters. Why is there a Yud? Because that is the completed 10 Partsufim. He is the completion of all of Esau. Ayin Shin Vav. Ayin Shin Vav is Ayin Shin Vav is Esau. Shin Vav Ayin Yud Shin Vav Ayin is Yeshu. Why? Because he comes from the seed of the Jews. Yeshu HaNotri was also circumcised on the 8th day to fulfill the verse. From you, destruction and desolation, and from you, they will come. So Yeshu is in Torah. Because he is coming out of Israel. Now, the sages say that a Roman soldier had relations with Mary. Therefore, that's why they called him the Mamzer, the son of the Israelite woman. So we see in Torah with Moses, we have the Egyptian soldier and the Israelite woman that had the Mamzer, the son of the Israelite woman. Over here, we have the Roman soldier and the son of the Jewish woman, the Israelite woman, and he is called the Mamzer, the son of the Israelite woman. But if you say that both of these are the secret, they are the sod of the klipa, why did they merit circumcision? Because they are both the heads of foxes and not the tails of lions. When you're learning Torah, Atzilut, the Malchut of Atzilut is called the tail of a lion. And the head of Berea, Yetzirah, and Asiya is called the head of foxes. Klippa, Kedusha. Creation, Absolute, Holy of Holies. Right? So both Esau and Yeshu are this side, Jacob, Joseph this side. I made you front and back. Foxes are Berea, and they are the head of the foolish ones. Yeshu and Esau are the heads of the foolish ones, and the simpletons that follow in their footsteps. Yet in these roots there is a nitzot, a spark of holiness. How do we know this? Because the head of Esau is in the bosom of Isaac in Machpelah, where his head rolled into. Therefore they are circumcised and found in them a good thing, and it will not be lost from them. Because those that are their end, because those that are drawn to them because of their bitter death. And that is the reason that those are drawn to them. And they then nullify circumcision as a requirement. Those that are drawn to Yeshu nullify circumcision as a requirement. Just ask Paul.
Yeah.
Right? Even though these men are circumcised, and they, neither one of them never said not to be circumcised, those that follow them nullify circumcision. Okay? That's one of the traits. Because of the death that they required. And all of the evil is coming out of the heels of this holiness. Because the Orla is the Klippa, and they want to keep it. You don't have to be circumcised, right? Because these hills of holiness is considered the head of the Klippa. And the little of the good is what keeps these people alive. But it is nullified because it is so minimal while they are alive. And their tikkun is only that through them being broken by death and the nitzots returning back to Klal Israel. Because the divine mind will not lose any part of itself. Do not ask the question, because Yesod is also the secret of the end and the edge. If so, how is it possible that these sinners are written in such a truthful text? It is because Yesod ascends all the way up to Da'at, but that is not the case with Netzach and Hod. What is he saying? Netzach and Hod are the right and left legs, right? But they're actually the right and left testicles. Yesod is in the middle. Okay? When Yesod is erected, only the tzaddik is elevated. Okay? Netzach and Hod is not elevated. The twin messiahs have to come in, and then that goes up. These two do not elevate. Esau and Yeshu do not elevate. May the Holy One bless us and show us these wonders from his Torah. Psalm 119:18, the secrets he will show from his Torah. The circumcision on the 8th day is the new calendar, Kalenda. Remember when we studied about Adam's Yom Tov? They're coming in from that side. That's why Kalenda is before Saturnalia in the Talmud. This is the Orla and the Tzimtzum of Adam on that day. This is where Jesus is listed in the Catholic literature as having received his circumcision. The custom of the Christians is to put ashes on their foreheads. When do we see that? Ash Wednesday. Why do they do this? The secret of the matter is this. Their mazel, their soul mazel sees, and their heart knows that in the future they are destined to be the dust under the feet of the tzaddikim. Isaiah 66:23. And it shall be that day, and it shall be that every new moon and on every Shabbat, all mankind will come and prostrate themselves before me, says Hashem, and they will go out and see the corpses of the men who rebelled against me, for their decay will not cease from their fire, will not be extinguished, and they will lie in disgrace before all mankind. The affliction of the monks to the extreme. You know how y'all saw the Da Vinci Code. Mm-hmm. The affliction of the monks to their extreme. And they wear robes made out of horsehair. All these intend in their acts. It is trying to make the tikkun in the evil nukva. It's trying to make the tikkun in the evil nukva on the backside, which is the secret of Esav, who wore a coat of hair. Remember? Mm-hmm. They are the worst of all, because they are the lowest level of that side and fools. Because all of their intent, they have no portion in the realm of thought or consciousness to keep themselves in the physical with suffering. Those are called the Jesuit. No, these monks are the ones that keep themselves in the physical with suffering. Therefore, they have no elevated consciousness, is what he's saying. And then there are those called the Jesuit. These are the more elevated ones. They are at the head level of the Klippa. Therefore, they are part of the Klippa's collective thought. They are the majority of the wise men in the external wisdoms. But the Torah says that the sacrifices of the evil ones is an abomination. What is this offering that they have? What is this sacrifice offering that they have? It is their Kiddush cup. With their wafer they put in it. And there they say, it turns into blood and it turns into flesh. They are cannibalistic. They are eating humans. Certainly, this is the mazal, that they are prophesying and they do not know what they are prophesying. Every time they use this Kiddush cup.
They're prophesying and they're not knowing they're prophesying.
Yes. Every time they use their Kiddush cup, every time they do communion, they are prophesying. They don't know that they're prophesying. What are they prophesying?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Because the cup is the secret of the nukva of Zeranpin. As is known. So when we do Shabbat, the cup is the vessel, the nukva of Zah. Their cup, you created me front and back. Their cup is also the cup of the nukva. It's the cup of Lilith, the backside. For that is where the Zuhama, the poison of God, is. The poison of the Nakash is, rather. The poison of the backside, which is the secret of the Nukva of that side. Because you made me front and back, he made a hole for what? Waste. That's the hole that the son of the Israelite woman made. It's the hole of waste. This is the evil side, the evil one called Yeshu Hanotzri, who seduces and leads astray. And he is adjudicated for this, measure for measure, within that cup, in boiling excrement. Now, I posted on my wall, getting 57A. I'm going to read it. Now, mine is a new print, and they took Yeshu HaNotzri out of this print because of anti-Semitic threats for Art Scroll and et cetera, et cetera. But I printed the original on there. You can read it for yourself. I will start, and Onkelos here went and raised the spirit of Balaam through necromancy. Onkelos asked him. Onkelos is a ger. He's a non-Jew. But he's with the sages, just like Antoninus. Okay? He's prominent in, he says he's trying to find out who is prominent in the world to come. He wants to know. Because he just trying to decide if he wants to convert or not. Onkelos does. So he raised Bilam from the dead, and Billard answered him, Israel. And Onkelos asked, should I join them? Bilam answered him, neither seek their peace nor their benefit all the days. And Onkelos asked him, what is your punishment? And Bilam answered him, I am punished in boiling semen. Why? Why is his punishment boiling semen? Anybody remember?
Semen is idolatry.
Well, because he caused the Israelite men to go after the
Midianite women. For sex.
For sex.
No,
So-
that was Balaam.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Yeshu who was the semen.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, I got you.
No.
Balaam.
Balaam is, yeah. You're right. Trish.
I'll let her be right.
All
this
right,
time.
she can be right. Onkelos went
Thank
then.
y'all. I appreciate it.
Onkelos went then and raised the sinner from Israel through necromancy. And you can look down the note here. It says, although this expression is plural here, the sinners, the narrative refers to a specific sinner.
Ooh.
And you can read on my wall there who this specific sinner is. So Onkelos went and raised Yeshu HaNotzri of Israel through necromancy. Onkelos asked him, who is prominent in the world to come? He answered Onkelos, Israel. Onkelos asked, should I join them, i.e. convert to Judaism? He answered Onkelos, seek their benefit, do not seek their harm. For whoever touches them is like the one who touches the pupil of his eye. And whoever harms the Jewish people harms himself. Onkelos asked him, what is that man's punishment? What is your punishment? He answered Onkelos, I am punished in boiling feces, according to that which the master said, whoever mocks the words of the sages, the Talmud, is punished in boiling feces. Jesus said, you have heard it said, but I say, what was he doing? Mocking the sages. So what does every Christian do? Mocks the Talmud. Mm-hmm. Why? Because that is their leader. Their leader does the same thing. So too is going to be their punishment. Measure for measure. They're coming in from the backside. That's the septic tank. Now, so their cup is the container of excrement, the poison, because they mock the Agadah, the Agadata. So did Yeshu HaNotri. So too, everyone who shares in this vessel, so too is everyone who shares in this vessel. They think they are doing a good thing, as in one way, yet they keep the fire burning for Yeshu. They're keeping him trapped. This is the secret of the toilet. It is the vessel that contains your waste. This is what they are drinking from. For defecation and for urine, bread and wine of the backside. That's what comes out. It is their vessel. They continue to do this because they are prophesying from their soul, and it is connected to the punishment that they merit from mocking the Agadah. They eat it, which is him. And where is he? And this is his punishment. And thus it is transformed into waste into their stomachs. And they are very happy, and they think they are doing the will of their God. Little g. But this is Hashem's will. Through this process, Yeshu will decay over a period of time, and he will be redeemed through this. Talk about the slow death. The Amun Ra. This suffering is the purification of Yeshu HaNotri and those who follow him. The suffering that they will receive. However, you look at it. He is like them at that moment of his sin, and they are like him at the moment of theirs. Thus, we come to the secret of the ever-turning blade of the Garden of Eden. Lehat hachruv lamet hapeket. It means self-turning blades. These are the two keruv that are flipping backwards and forwards. Male to female, demon to angel, etc. We have already explained that the arrogant force, and it goes into Gehenna. This is the secret of the goat, the secret of the pasuk. An evil person will be arrogant in his face, because this word is az, anger, goat, power, which is the secret of Azza and Azazel, which is the matter of the scapegoat for Azza, Azazel on Yom Kippur. These are aspects of the Azza and Azazel are aspects of the arms of the backside as explained in the Zohar. They are the aspects of the formula of their halakha. Just come to me. All you got to do is come to me, right? Mm-hmm. Come to the arms of Yeshu, right? Mm-hmm. This is the same as a woman's hair, because a woman's hair is sexually exciting. It reveals what's not supposed to be revealed if it's exposed. If you conceal it, it conceals the matter. If you reveal it, it reveals the matter. Because the hair is the goat. because goat's hair. Because it's guvarot. Therefore, the secret of the scapegoat to Azazel. These two names, Azza and Azazel, this is why there is two goats. One is safe, the other one is killed. They're eventually both killed, but one is safe, and then... But on it, it will carry the transgressions. So what do they say? Jesus carries our transgressions, right? Mm-hmm. On the goat, they're right. It carries their transgressions. Because they're the shoulders that carry Eretz Gezerah to a desolated area, which they will go. This is the secret of the Orla, the foreskin, which is Lilith and her mate, Azza and Azazel.
And that's the secret of the foreskin? Or the clip of the foreskin?
Yeah. So they are Azza and Azazel, Lilith and Samael. Jesus is a scapegoat. Is he? Really? Good. You're right. He's Samael, the Satan, which is the secret of Yesod of that side. This is why he's called the Nazarene or the Nazarite. Nazir means a sprout. They're all grafted in, this little sprout, this little twig. That's Yesod Sam. Because he is the disgusting one from Nazareth, which is the abomination. He is literally the aspect of the Yesod of the backside. And in this, it is garmented Samael to seduce and lead those astray. And that is why he was crucified on a tree. Because a tree is Yesod. But his tree was a tree of death, not a tree of life. Because it was not a fruit tree. Because in Israel, it is against halakha to cut down a fruit tree. Therefore, those who do not produce fruit are put on a tree. Because they have no yesod, no life. The Torah says, you are not allowed to destroy a tree here. Yet, when the tree produces no fruit, it must be cut down. This is the fact that they crowned him with thorns as well. They put on his thorns because through his mistake, he increased the klipa until it ascended to the holy head. Therefore, he gets his justice. And it is turned onto him and onto his head, his own crown, because he has become the head of the backside. And they fashioned him with nails so that he could not move. Not only did he not become the head of the people and their Messiah, he's not even the tail of a lion, as I explained earlier. But now he has not even become the head of foxes. Because with these nails, he cannot move. Because the yesod of that side cannot move. Now he is receiving all of the tumah, all of the wickedness and evil. He is receiving all the tumah, that he receives all of the tumah into his malchut. For what is happening? God has let them set up their own Messiah, and it brings the moths to the flame. It's they're attracted to it. It is impure, and it causes to impart the secrets of the mod to mon. What is he saying there? In Judaism, it's mon to mod. Stimulation from below. You do mitzvahs, you do this, you that. Then God gives the increase. What is their deal? It's mod to mod. We get everything from Jesus. We don't have to do nothing. We have to do nothing. Jesus gives you everything. It's inverted. Over here, it's mod to mod. On their side, it's just mod to mod. Right? Therefore, it is placed in the cup, and they eat and they drink, and it becomes the living waste. And this is all one secret. That which Christians picture and vision. This is why they do this with these 7 swords, the nails and all. He's considering the nails and all the stuff a sword, a piercing. Okay? Mm-hmm. This is what they do with their 7 swords and the piercing in his heart. Why? Because it is the secret of the 7 lower sphirot of that side, and the 7 levels of Gehenna, of the Malchut, of the evil, which contains all of them. They call this the 7 pains and the 7 wounds. There's 7 holes in him.
2, 2, and 2, and then the spear.
That's
7.
it. That's the backside 7. Remember, as I explained in the first, you have the front side 7, the back side. You got to have both. Everything, front side, back side. These are the 7 holes. Each one is certainly his torture and continues to torture him because they continue to crucify him. That is why Christians paint and mock and scoff the women that are holding him in captivity. They are holding him there. If Christians will quit worshiping Jesus, he would be freed. Mm-hmm. Now, remember, we're talking about the secret of the Karum of the double-edged turning sword here and what's going on. The Keruvim is the upper 3. There's the upper of the backside. And it is fitting to be rectified because these are the upper 3 sphirot. This is the secret of the Keruv and the ever-inverting fiery blade that guards the path to the tree of life. These are the closest to Kedusha, and they guard the way to Kedusha. They are guarding it like the path that is the shell that protects its own fruit. They are called, for the Keruv is like the word krovim, which means it is close to, like the same word for relatives. You're close to. Both are products of the same phonics in Torah. They are the secret of the Hokmah and Bina of that side, and the flaming blade is the crown of that side. Therefore, the angel called Katriel, Sitra Katriel, the angel of Keter, that means God is my crown, and Adam Blial on that side. But behold, Adam Blial, there's Adam HaRishon and Adam Blial, right? But behold, it is easily inverted to Kedusha. However, it is the secret of Adam Blial, made with the 2 words, Baal Yael, because he doesn't merit to ascend to Kedusha, even the best of those that follow him, because he's Samael. Even the best Christians out there don't merit. But only those that work it and guard it merit. These are the Gerim, the arms of the sword. because literally and they become literally the ever turning sword, knowing further that every turning blade is a reek on peen of that side, and it is known why it is called methak peket, because it is allowed to do inverting. It is a membrane of Noga, and it goes in two directions. It pulls into Kedusha as in a state of Zivug, which is like the Malach Habrit, the angel of the Brit. So the Gerim can pull into Kedusha. That's the Malchut. Malach Habrit is the Malchut. And sometimes in, and sometimes it goes out. And the reason it goes out is to collect the Nitzot sparks and then pull them back in and feed the Kedusha. And the honor of God is to conceal this matter. So don't tell anyone what you are and what you do. What are we? We are the Keter Hokmah Bina of the backside that guards the way to the front side. And Christians are the Midot and the Malchut of the backside. They're the lower seven. All right? Behold, the ever-turning blade, the Chabad and the Keter. Who are these? These are the wise ones and the rectified kings. Who are the rectified kings? The guys from Genesis 36. These are the wise one and the rectified kings on that side that emerge. The Gilgalim of Socrates, Plato, Seneca, Aristotle, Augusta, Antoninus, and Yehorelev. And all those are similar to those that possess good traits among them. And this is the secret that the Holy One, when he exiled Adam from the Gan, he put there before the Gan these Keruv to guard the path. These are the good characters that bring you into the tree of life. And they are as if it is to say, look at the rectified Goyim at the gates. This is the sod of Gerim in the gate. These are the wise rectified Gerim. They always are there guarding it, and they are always there to teach the Goyim and other Gerim. And the Torah is amazing, and the sages are amazing, and we'll continue with more next week.